Welcome, my dear students. So today we are going to check out the poem Leisure from Standard 8, subject English. We are going to solve all the question answers from it. Let us start first with meaning. Leisure, that is free time. Stare, a long fixed look on something with eyes wide open. Boughs, main branches of trees. Glance, a brief or hurried look. Enrich, to improve the quality. Okay, so these were the meanings of leisure poem. Let us begin with the other thing, that is question based, textual based. Say, where do the cows and sheep stand? They stand beneath the boughs of tree. Do squirrels store their food? They store their food in grasses. Do stars shine in the daytime? Yes, they shine and stream full of water. Does beauty's smile begins? Beauty's smile begins in her eyes. Next is think and answer in your own words. Which line proves that in our busy life we do not even have a fraction of a second to enjoy nature's beauty? A poor life, this is full of care. We have no time to stand and stare. Next, you have learned that when a human attribute is given to anything that is not a human being or it is a spoken of a person, the figure of speech used is called personification. Let us start. Pick out two examples of personification from the poem, and the answers are: personification are such things which do not have any senses, that is, they are considered a non-living being. But personification shows that the non-living being has a human character, and that's why the sentence are given as we can see. And watch her feet, how they dance. Okay. No time to wait till her mouth can enrich that smile her eyes began. So these are two sentences which doesn't have the human being feeling, but they're given as a human being character to it. Okay, that means personification is considered as a non-living being to given as a living being character. Let us start with the other one. Pick out from the poem two examples of each of the following figures of speech. First, we will check out with alliteration, that is, we have no time to stand and stare. Here SS is repeated, alphabet is being repeated. Streams full of stars like skies at night. Here also SS is repeated, the alphabet S is repeated. Next is simile. In simile, we understand the sentence with like and as. If a sentence have like and as, like or as, the sentence is considered to be the simile. The comparison is being shown in the figures of speech simile. Check out the sentence. Stream full of stars like skies at night and stairs as long as ship and cow. Okay. Next is metaphor. Metaphor is also comparison, but here they have not given the word like and as. With that, we understand that metaphor sentence is only just a comparison. Okay. Let us check out. No time to turn at beauty's glance. Second, and watch her feet, how they dance. So these are the two sentences where we can see the comparison is being done, but the word like or as is not given. Okay. So these were the difference between metaphor and simile. How we can recognize whether the sentence is simile or whether the sentence is metaphor. Let us check out the other thing. The poet opened his poem with a question. Is the question asked to receive some answer? No, it's a question used to emphasize and stress upon the fact that modern man has no time to enrich his life from nature. Okay, so just these are the rhetorical question. Rhetorical means the question type of question. जैसे हम question पूछते हैं ना, अगर question वाले sentence होते हैं, that sentence is being called as rhetorical question or interrogative question. Okay, let us see the answers. In the poem, the Pilgrim, examples of rhetorical questions are: why waste your time in building here? Next, why build ye here at eventide? So these both are the questions which is being given as interrogation. Next is, say where the images from nature given in the poem exist, whether it is land, whether it is air, or whether it is water. Let's start. Beneath the boughs, land. Squirrel hide nuts in grass, land. Streams in daytime, water. Star, skies at night, of course it could be the air. Hope you understood this. Let us begin with the next one. That is the appreciation. Okay, appreciation is very important in a poem. You need to by heart it. Let us check out Leisure Appreciation, Poem and Poet by William Henry Davis. Theme is the poet regrets that ours is a poor life. If it is full of care and worries, and we don't have a time to appreciate and enjoy the beauty of nature. Tone is serious and analytical, reflective poem. Okay. Next is structure and stanzas. The stanzas are of 2 lines each, 7 couplets with line of equal length. Rhyme and rhythms. Rhyme scheme is AA, BB, CC and so on, with the ending word of each couplet rhyming. Next is language and imagery. The language is simple. The poem has many figures of speech and is full of imagery, where the poet describes the beauty of nature. Okay. Figures of speech is alliteration, personification, simile, metaphor, repetition and interrogation. So these are the appreciation of the poem. This is the appreciation of the poem Leisure. Do study it by heart. It is a very important appreciation for your unit test. Okay. Next is list the pairs of rhyming word in the poem, and the rhyming words are care, stare, pass, grass, glance, dance, bows, cows. Next is the figures of speech which has been given in the textual. Let us start. No time to stand beneath the boughs and stare as long as sheep or cows. Here this is a simile. Humans are compared to sheep or cows. And I told you how to recognize it. We can recognize a simile sentence with as or like. Okay. Next is no time to turn at beauty's glance and watch her feet, how they dance. Okay, so here the beauty is being compared as human being and it is shown as dancing. That's why the figures of speech is personification. Beauty is given the human quality of dancing. Next one, we have no time to stand and stare. Here the alphabet SS is being repeated. That's why this figures of speech is alliteration, where the repetitive effect of the word S is being repeated. Okay, the next one is what does leisure means in this poem? In this poem, the word leisure means having free time to pursue one's passion or to spend time with nature and admire its beauty. Okay, what a wonderful meaning of leisure. We do not get the time of leisure in Mumbai city, of course. Next is who are we in the poem? The word we in the poem refers to the people who have no time to enjoy nature. Next is if the poet was living in a town, what would he see on the roads? If the poet had been living in a town, he would have seen traffic on the roads and people around him rushing to their work. That is being done in Mumbai as we see the everyday. Next is how can we live a better life? We can live a better life by using our leisure time creatively to strengthen and admire the beautiful things around us. When and where can we see the squirrel hiding their nuts? We can see the squirrel hiding their nuts in grass when we are passing by the woods. These are all the extra questions which we have given from question number 1 till question number 6. How do the streams look in broad daylight? The streams shine like stars in the night sky in broad daylight. Next, how according to the poet is our life poor? The poet says people neither have time for themselves nor for nature. People are very busy to even stand and admire the beauty of nature around them, and this is a factual.